Step 1. Create Shopify account. Click the link in the description to go to the Shopify sign-up page. Choose how you want to sign up, using your email, or continue with Google, Apple, or Facebook, then create your password. You can enter your payment details now, or skip this step and do it later. Next, answer a few simple questions about your business, such as where you plan to sell and what you want to sell. Then, enter your store name. Don't worry, you can always change it later. You also need to verify your email address. Just check your inbox and follow the confirmation link to continue. Once you've completed these steps, your Shopify account will be created. Step 2. Initial store setup. Now let's set up some basic store settings. Go to the bottom left corner of your screen and click on Settings. Once you're inside the settings page, here you'll need to fill in your business details, including your business name, address, and phone number. Make sure all of this information is accurate, especially if you plan to use it for billing or legal purposes later on. Next, check your store currency. This should match the main market you're selling to, so customers see prices in the correct currency. After that, review your unit system, time zone, and order processing settings. It's important that these are set correctly based on your target region. This helps your store run smoothly and avoids confusion for your customers. Once everything looks good, you're ready to move on to the next step. Step 3. Add products. Now let's add your first product. To create a new product, go to the Products section and click on Add Product. Start by writing your product title and description. Keep your title clear and easy to understand, and make sure your description highlights the key benefits of the product, not just the features. Next, upload your product images. Use high-quality images that clearly show the product from different angles. This helps build trust and makes your store look more professional. After that, set your pricing and inventory. Enter the price you want to sell at, and make sure your stock quantity is accurate. If your product comes in different options like sizes or colors, you can add variants. You'll also see a section called Product Organization. Here you can organize your product using product type, vendor, collections, and tags. Product tags are especially useful. They help you group products together and make it easier to create automated collections later. For example, you can add tags like summer, sale, or bestseller. Then, Shopify can automatically include these products in the right collections based on those tags. Once everything is filled out, your product is ready to go. Step 4. Create collections. And now let's organize your products using collections. Collections are simply groups of products that make it easier for customers to browse your store. Instead of showing everything in one place, you can separate products into clear categories. You don't need too many collections to start. For most beginner stores, around 3 to 6 collections is more than enough to keep things clean and easy to navigate. Some common collections you can create include bestsellers, new arrivals, and on sale. Depending on your niche, you can also create collections based on product types, such as t-shirts, accessories, or home decor. To create a collection, go to the Products section and click on Collections. Then select Add Collection. There are 2 types of collections, automated and manual. Automated collections use conditions, like product tags or price, to automatically include products. Manual collections, on the other hand, require you to add products one by one. Choose the option that works best for your store. Step 5. Set up shipping. Let's talk about shipping. Whenever possible, you should strongly consider offering free shipping. The main reason is psychological. Customers love the idea of getting something for free, even if the cost is already included in the product price. In many cases, free shipping feels more valuable than a discount. For example, a customer is often more likely to buy a product priced at $30 with free shipping than a product priced at $25 plus $5 shipping, even though the total cost is the same. Free shipping also reduces friction during checkout. Unexpected shipping fees are one of the biggest reasons people abandon their carts. When customers see extra costs added at the final step, it creates hesitation and can stop them from completing the purchase. Another advantage is that free shipping simplifies your offer. Customers don't have to think or calculate anything. They immediately understand the total price. It can also help you stay competitive. Many large e-commerce brands already offer free shipping, so customers often expect it as a standard. Of course, free shipping isn't actually free. You can include the cost in your product price or set a minimum order value to protect your margins. To get started, go to Settings, then click on Shipping and Delivery. First, set up your shipping zones. Shipping zones are the regions or countries you want to deliver to. For example, you might create zones for your local country, nearby regions, or international shipping. Next, set your shipping rates. After that, you can connect a shipping carrier if needed. This allows you to get real-time shipping rates and manage deliveries more efficiently. Make sure to review everything carefully so your shipping setup is clear and accurate for your customers. Once that's done, your store is ready to handle deliveries. Step 6. Set up payments. Now let's set up your payment methods. This step is important because it allows you to actually receive money from your customers. To get started, go to Settings, then click on Payments. First, you can set up Shopify payments. This is Shopify's built-in payment system and is usually the easiest option to use. It allows you to, accept major credit cards directly on your store. Next, connect PayPal. Shopify typically enables PayPal by default using your account email, but you should still check and make sure everything is properly set up. PayPal is widely trusted and can help increase your conversion rate. After that, you can add other payment providers if needed. Depending on your target market, you might want to offer additional options to make it easier for customers to pay. Then, review your currency settings and transaction fees. Make sure your store currency matches your target market and understand the fees associated with each payment method, so there are no surprises later. Step 7. Create essential pages. Now let's create the important pages for your store. These pages are not just for looks. They are essential for building trust and keeping your store compliant with advertising platforms. In fact, if you plan to run ads on platforms like Google Ads or Google Merchant Center, missing these pages can get your account disapproved or even banned. So this step is very important. First, let's go over the key pages you should have. You should have an About Us page. This tells customers who you are, what your brand stands for, and helps build trust. Next, a contact page. This shows that your business is real and that customers can reach you if they need support. You also need policy pages, including a privacy policy, refund policy, and terms of service. These are critical for legal reasons and are required by most advertising platforms. They explain how you handle customer data, payments, and returns. Another important page is a shipping policy page. Customers want to know how long delivery takes and what to expect. You should also create a FAQ page. This helps answer common questions and reduces customer hesitation before buying. Depending on your store, you can also add pages like order tracking or size guide to further improve the customer experience. Now, let's quickly go over how to create these pages in Shopify. Go to Online Store, then click on Pages, and select Add Page. From here, you can create any page you need by adding a title and content. For policy pages, Shopify actually provides built-in templates. Go to Settings, then Policies, and you'll see auto-generated templates for things like privacy policy, refund policy, and terms of service. You just need to review them and fill in your business details. For other pages like About Us or FAQ, you can write the content yourself. Or you can use tools like ChatGPT or Claude to quickly generate a draft, then edit it to match your brand. Step 8. Set up navigation menus. Now let's set up your navigation menus. From Homepage, go to Content, then click on Menus. You'll see 3 menus: Main Menu, Footer Menu, and Customer Account Menu. Let's start with the main menu. When creating your main menu, the goal is to make it as easy as possible for customers to understand your products and find what they're looking for. Start by adding your main collections first. These should be your most important categories that clearly represent what you sell. Then you can add sub-collections by dragging them under a main collection. This creates a drop-down menu. For example, if you're selling leather wallets, you can structure your menu like this. So when customers click on Wallets, they can easily choose the specific type they're looking for. Next, the footer menu. This is where you place all your important information pages. The footer is where customers go when they need more details or want to check your policies. For the footer menu, don't put everything into one long list. Instead, split your links into separate groups like Shop, Customer Service, About, and Legal. You don't have to create a menu for each column, but it's best to do so. Most Shopify themes allow you to assign one menu per footer column, so creating separate menus will make your footer look clean and organized. If you use only one menu, it will become a long list and look messy. Finally, the Customer Account menu. This is used inside the Customer Account area, and in most cases, you can leave it as default. Step 9. Choose and install theme. Now let's choose and set up your store's theme. To get started, go to the online store. Then visit the Shopify theme store. Here you'll find both free and paid themes. Free themes are a great choice when you're just starting out. In fact, many free themes are developed directly by Shopify, so they are well optimized, reliable, and easy to use. They usually include all the essential features you need to build a clean and professional store. Paid themes, on the other hand, offer more advanced customization options and built-in features. For example, you might get more layout flexibility, better product page designs, and extra sections without needing additional apps. They're a good option if you want your store to stand out or if you have a more complex setup. That said, you don't need a paid theme to succeed. Many successful stores start with a free theme and upgrade later if needed. Choose a theme that fits your brand and the type of products you're selling. Once you've picked a theme, click Try Theme to apply it to your store. Once installed, click Publish to make it live. Once you've chosen a theme that you like, it's time to start customizing it. Go to Online Store, then press Edit Theme to open the theme editor. Click on the Theme Settings button. Then click Logo and then add your logo and favicon. Make sure your logo is clean, easy to read, and not too large. A simple logo usually looks more professional and works better on both desktop and mobile. Next, customize the footer areas. For the footer, you should add the menus that you created earlier so customers can quickly access important pages. A good footer is usually organized into multiple menu columns to keep the layout clean and easy to browse. You should also include your business contact information, such as your address, phone number, and support email so customers can easily reach you when needed. In addition, make sure to include important policy pages such as privacy policy, terms of service, refund policy, shipping policy, and return policy to improve transparency and professionalism. Next, let's build the homepage itself. Start by customizing the image banner section at the top of the page. Click on the banner section, upload your image, then add a short heading and a button like Shop Now. Next, click Add Section again and choose Featured Collection. Select one of your main collections or best-selling products so customers immediately see what you sell. After that, add a multi-column or rich text section. Use this area to explain your brand or highlight benefits like free shipping, premium quality, or fast delivery. Then, add another featured collection section for things like new arrivals or recommended products. Next, add a trust section. Depending on your theme, you can use sections like collage, image with text, or testimonials to show reviews, guarantees, or secure payment information. As you build your homepage, you can drag and drop sections on the left side to rearrange them. Try to structure the homepage in a simple order. Avoid adding too many sections or too much text. The goal is to help customers quickly understand your store and find products easily. Once everything looks good, click Save in the top right corner, and don't forget to check the mobile view by clicking the mobile icon at the top of the editor. Now, before you officially launch your store, you should connect a custom domain. A custom domain makes your store look much more professional and trustworthy. To do this, go to Settings, then click on Domains. Here you can either buy a domain directly from Shopify or connect one that you already own. Buying directly from Shopify is the easiest option because everything is connected automatically. If you already purchased a domain from another provider like GoDaddy or Namecheap, click Connect Existing Domain and follow the setup instructions. One final step. By default, Shopify protects your store with a password while you're building it. To remove it, go to Online Store, then click on Preferences. You see Password Protection. Simply uncheck the option or disable the password page, then click Save. Once you do that, your store will become publicly accessible and anyone can visit it. And that's it. Your Shopify store is now officially live. Congratulations on making it this far. From here, your focus should be on improving your store, testing new ideas, and driving traffic consistently. I hope this tutorial helped you out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.